Well, folks, a couple of days I've done a video. Been a bit busy with work and metal detecting and whatnot. And anyways, we're on to another repair. This one is a Radioshack Trc-485. Apparently the radio has no transmit whatsoever, and wants to get the radio recapped. So first thing we got to do, we got to download the service manual for this radio. Get a list of electrolytic capacitors that are in this radio, and see if I can't get them ordered. See how much the cost of that would be. But in any event, I guess first thing we'll do, we'll put this thing on a watt meter, and we'll see what this 485 is doing power wise. So let's get it on. First, before we get into the Trc-485, I have to clear my bench off. Yeah. Working on this little radio there, as I said in the last video, but let's get all this out of the way and make it more presentable, shall we? And just like that. Alright. Okay, so we got the 485 hooked up here. Got it on the Antron outside. Got it hooked up to the Mercanta. Let's do our power meter. Let's turn the light bulb on here on the camera. There we go. Alright, so we have her set to 20 watts. We're going to put her on power. She's on AM. Not a gig. Not a blimmer. Nothing. Now, seems our volume control is a bit weird, or connections here or something. It's my own microphone, so yeah. So what I've got here, I've got another radio Midland. It's a 100 or 1001Z. You've seen a video on this one before. So what I think is going on with this 485 is not the fact that she's not transmitting. It's a fact that it doesn't seem to be receiving as well. It seems like the VCO is not locked here. So I'm going to key up on this one, which is on channel 4. I got to run my dummy load here. And as you can see, 4 watts. I'm on channel 4. And I key up. And as you can see, nothing on this radio. Let's put her on channel 40. Nothing. So we have a major issue with this radio. Right now we're going to say her her VCO is at a lock at the moment. She's not locking, therefore she's not trying to transmit. Sometimes the transmit LED or indicator will come up. So, yeah. So your VCO is unlocked, or she's got some kind of a switching problem. But in any event, let's peel apart this 485 and see what surprises lay inside. Alright, so let's do a little inspection of the main board here on this side, solder side, and see if we can't see any obvious issues with traces or solder joints or any other thing. Lord only knows what. But let's have a quick peek. Okay, so I'm going to start over on the final, and we're going to work our way down this way. So that's your final, or that's the driver, that's the final. Driver, final. So on the driver, So we're going to look this way just to see if there's anything out of the ordinary on the traces. A couple of wires jumped. Trace jumped there. Two traces jumped there for whatever reason. No damage there. Shields are still on, which is a good sign. Looking good. Another trace jumped there with a wire. I'm going to do that for extra heat or extra current maybe. What's this there? Oh, it's just a bit of resin, looks like. Everything looks good. Oh, how many times have I had to repair radios because of these goddamn solder joints? These solder tabs gets bad. And the only way to fix them, you gotta resolder the goddamn things. You don't know which is bad, if all of them are bad or one is bad. So the first thing I'll be trying is reflowing the solder in every one of these joints. That's first and foremost. So let's flip her over on the other side and see if we can see there. Okay, we're power input here. Protection diode looks good. No discoloration. So the radio's never been hooked up backwards. That's always power's never been hooked. That's good. Finals don't look bad outside. Doesn't mean they're not fried on the inside. But yeah. Don't see any damage as such. Everything looks good. The SY201 CPU pins don't look like they've been tampered with, so nobody's tried modifying this PLL processor. So we know right off the bat, or I should say I know right off the bat, it shouldn't be a CPU or processor issue. So I'm putting it down to, right now, VCO on lock, which is over in this corner here. So, there we have it. So as she sits at the moment, my diagnosis, plastic broke there. So somebody has had the front panel off on this radio. I wonder why. Maybe to replace the lights, maybe? You can see how Radioshack back in the day tried to save on the solder joints. They put epoxy on the two boards to help secure them, but sometimes they don't. Even epoxy ain't enough to save a solder joint. But in any event, the front panel has been off on this radio. This front plastic piece has been off. Perhaps to replace an LED or the lights on this thing. That's quite possible. Anyways, we'll upload this much. So, as we can tell right now, the radio does not receive on 1 to 40 CB. She's not receiving correctly, and she's also not transmitting properly. So it's either we got a bad PLL, our PLL got a bad VCO, or we may have a faulty crystal or two, or possibly we got a voltage issue going on from the voltage regulator over here. In any event, we shall figure out what's going on. Stay tuned for part 2, folks, till he dives into this 485 and see if we can't figure out what's wrong with her. Till next video, folks. 7-3.